Hey everybody, and welcome to the Harrison County Library System's online computer classes. My name's Jeff Conwell. I work up here at the Orange Grove Public Library. You can always come up and ask me questions, or you can drop me a line at g.conwell@harrison.lib.ms.us or librarydude1999@gmail.com. This is the second part of the mobile device class. We're going to concentrate today on non-Apple stuff, which such as this is what's called a Windows Go device made by Microsoft. It is only a year old. I really like it. The reason why I like it is because I am one of these people who's sort of old-fashioned with the fact that I like to use an external mouse with a laptop, or if I have a tablet, the fact that I can use it like a laptop with an external keyboard is even better. Now, last time I showed you that I had this keyboard for my Apple device. I found the batteries, fixed it, it works fine. So it's just Bluetooth is how that works. But this iPad, this Windows Go device, it's powered by the keypad, which is the keypad for it, is powered by the Windows Go device itself. It's got a really strong magnet, so to put them together, all I have to do is do this, and it's attached, okay? So when I set it up, it's got a flap in the back that you can use to set it up on your desk there, so it looks like this. It's really handy to have, but it's not so much a case of happy fingers where you keep tapping and all it, where you can just use your keypad and not really have a problem. But I'm going to show you before what it's like just as a tablet itself. Of course, they got the camera on the back. I already mentioned the flap. They've got the volume control. It's a big long button. It's got a plus and a minus. You know, the plus is going to make it louder. The minus makes it quieter. And then it's got a wake or sleep button on the side here, okay, to turn it on. One of the things I also want to mention is that it's got, well, there's the speaker too, by the way, you can't see it, but not the speaker, the charge place where you put the charger in. And anyway, this little port right here is for an external drive. Now I have a multi-port device that, you know, I have to buy all this extra. I had to buy the keyboard extra, and I had to buy this extra, and the other thing I had to buy extra was an adapter for the USB-C type of, it's a smaller than what you're used to for a USB port. So I plug it in just right here, and it is really handy to have because it's, you know, iPads don't have ports per se. You can get a different, there's a flash drive I got that has both the regular USB port and a port for a USB-C for an Apple device. But anyway, this is an external hard drive, a port that you can put in USB drives or whatever else you want to plug into your Windows Go device. And of course that is a microphone jack. So anyway, to turn it on, I'm hitting the sleep and wake button. So I'm going to do that. Okay? You're going to see this little eyeball that comes up. Now, you can set your Windows Go device up for facial recognition or for your fingerprint. And, you know, I like the fingerprint idea for my iPad, but I have never really wanted to do the facial recognition software on it. It's just me. It's a personal choice. People are different. But I'm going to do this old school, is I'm going to put in a passcode. And to do that, I just swipe up from the bottom of the screen. And so now it's asking me to input the data for my password. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up with my keypad, my external keypad, and I'm going to enter in my information. Okay, so now I am on my tablet. Now, okay, this is what it looks like in tablet mode. Okay, you can see that it's got the little icons there that just like, you know, it's sort of like what you're used to with an iPad or maybe even your phone. Now, if you want to look at all the apps, there are different modes here that you can see along the side. Okay, these are like, if you want to look at them as a line, I mean, that's the default right where, let's see, the start mode. That's the start mode where you can look at all apps. If you do that, you can see all the different apps that you would have on the device. You can scroll up from the bottom and to see everything. And you can tap on the regular, like, I don't even know what you call that, but the different apps, just like this is like Windows 10. I'm not that familiar with Windows 10, but you've got, this is the change the account settings to lock and sign out. And then you've got your, that's, you hit that, is your, that's your search mode, like what you're used to with the regular laptop, okay? And that's for your documents. So I want to go back, okay, that's your documents. Then your photos, you can see on your pictures, it goes to your pictures mode. Then you got an icon for the settings. Remember, the settings is the brains of your device. So if I want to go in here and change the settings to be where, right now it's in contrast. That's where you can see it really clearly on your camera there. So anyway, I can go down here to the settings has got, just like what we went through before with the iPad, a lot of similar stuff here. If I go to the battery, I can see how much battery charge I got. It keeps the battery power pretty long, I find. I'm 83%, okay? And it's, I've got the, let's see, power and sleep, storage. Always important to see how much storage you got. Now, it's got 57 gigabytes of storage, which is a lot, but I've only got 8.44 free. That's because I used this device to make a cartoon type of thing, a stop animation movie this summer. So I've got a lot of videos on here. Now I can fix that by taking my external, the USB port thingy that I showed you, and put those videos on a USB to make room on my iPad, on my Windows Go. Now Windows also has a storage place called OneDrive, and that can keep your files there too. But I have not really used that much. And anyway, you got different type of things that you can do. Excuse me. I'm going to go back and I want to show you on the settings folder when you got your, on the home, this is where you would get to on your network and internet, okay? So if you look at the, it's the second from the top on the left-hand side, okay? That's your network and settings, okay? And that's where you're going to go when you go to a place where they got free internet, like the library, and you're going to connect to the library Wi-Fi settings. And you can view the show available networks, see what's there, and then you're going to connect to that, whatever one you're going to connect to. Of course, at the library, you're going to connect to Orange Grove Public Library. I'm on in-house use right now, so that's how, and that's with a passcode that I don't even know. So anyway, it gives you different things like the airplane mode. Remember, that saves your battery, turns it off when you're flying. I want you to turn that off. You can make a mobile hotspot and all this stuff. The other thing to do to look at it, remember we talked about last time on the control center, if I swipe from the right of my tablet, I get where I can go take it off of the tablet settings and make it like a laptop. So that's really nice to do. If I do that, I'm going to tap here, and remember you got to make your screens go. I can just hit the home button, and it's going to show me, the Windows icon, and shows me all the apps. But if I want to get to the home, like the home screen where everything's just blank, like you would see it, I have to minimize all the screens. Remember that you got the minus, the box, and the X. The minus means to minimize your screen. So I'm going to minimize this screen. I got a couple other screens up there. And look, now it looks just like a regular laptop, which, a lot of people like that. It's what they're used to. And it's really easy to see what icons I have here for browsing the web. And in this case, the default browser with all Windows device right now is Microsoft Edge. And I actually had to download a special program just so that I could get Google Chrome on my Windows Go, because I really am more used to Google Chrome. I like it a lot. I know people give a lot of grief for it, but to me, there's definite reasons why it's the world's most popular browser and why I give a class on it. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to tap on, because I'm connected to the internet, the library internet. I'm going to tap on this to go to the internet. Okay, hello. Okay, now it's opening up in a new window. I can go to any of my bookmarks, or I can just check out the news on the BBC. Okay, and there I am. Exit out of this to hide the keyboard, and I can read everything. Now I can go to my settings and make the print size bigger, or you can do, like you do normally. But with an iPad or with any Android device, just pinch your fingers. But just when you do that, everything runs off the screen. So when you look at the words and everything, you're not seeing everything that's there. But if you go to where you, in the settings folder, when I go to, now, right here, the bicycle cog, that's your settings. And then I'm going to go into, let's say, all settings, home. I'm going to go to ease of access. And I can make my text size bigger simply by sliding on this A here. So if I hit, okay, I had to slide my thumb on that to make the text size bigger. When I go back to the Google Chrome, the text size is bigger. So anyway, that's how you would do that. They've got lots of different things. Your volume control down here too. You can just make it go loud and soft. You've got the Windows Store is where you're going to buy different apps for things. So we're going to go there now. And I don't always know how to go to find something. Instead of scrolling everything through, a lot of times I just use the search mode. So if you look right here, there's a little magnifying lens. So I'm going to tap on that. And I'm going to look for, well, look, there it is. I must have recently gone there to go to find the Windows Store, the Microsoft Store. So I tap on that. And I just recently got iTunes put on to my Windows device because I have a huge collection of songs on my iPad. Maybe I want to listen to it on my Windows Go device. I need more experience with it. It's only had it a year. I don't know as well as I do the iPad. But anyway, so I'm going to go and let me look at something for productivity. And remember, if it says free or get, it's free. And if there's a price for it, it will say how much it is. So best-selling apps, most all of the, okay, here's what that's free. It's Hotspot Shield Free VPN, which is really more for like to make your hotspot protected from people trying to hack you. Okay, I don't have a hotspot, so I don't need that. But I like this drawboard PDF. I don't know what that's about, so I'm going to get that. I'm going to hit tap. I like to draw. I don't know what that means. It says mark up and annotate any PDF with ease of pen and paper. It means you want to maybe use a stylus to mark it up if you like to. So I can say get to download it. I have to be signed in to Microsoft in order to do that, and I already am. So it's starting to download, and then when it gets loaded, it's just going to say open or install, maybe. We'll see. Don't know how much memory I would still have for this. So sometimes you get something you like and it won't run. It's because you got to maybe check your memory. And there it goes. It's loading. You can see it, the little line going across the screen there. Okay, now it's saying launch. So once it's installed, you just hit launch, and the program opens up. Don't have a pen? Try touch to annotate the bottom left of the main menu. So I'm gonna, let's see, do this later. I'm gonna do this later. Okay, now I want to go over the Android phone just a little bit. This is an ancient track phone that I got from Walgreens. It's an Alcatel Touch, One Touch, I think it's the name of it. Okay, it's got a camera. It doesn't take really good pictures, but it does take pictures. And it's got a phone jack up there at the top where you can listen to stuff. The charger port is right down there at the bottom. And then I've got they got a home icon. I remember the little circle on the iPad, the older iPad. It's got the home button there. So what I can do is tap on that. Actually, it's not awake yet, so I have to put on the home button. I mean, the sleep wake button. And then I'm going to drag this, excuse me, this lock down to the bottom. Now, if you have already set up, you might have it where you swipe with the number pattern. But this is not set up that way. This is how I have it right now. Okay, it's open to the last thing that I was on, was I was at the Google Play Store, because most Android devices are usually, they have a Google Chrome software installed on them. So when I hit the home button, you're going to see all these icons. One of them is the Play Store. And then it's got My Account, the browser, the default browser. It's got Google Chrome, and it's got news, messaging, make a phone call. And then at the bottom of the screen, on the right-hand side, you see all these little squares, okay? Those are your apps, okay? So I'm going to tap on that, and there's all your apps that you have on there. So you can swipe around, check your email. As long as you're connected to the internet, you can just tap on the icon, check your mail. And sometimes it takes a while to load. My phone's kind of old, so there it is. There's my email. To get out of that, you hit the home button again, and then you've got I've got a game that I installed that I didn't think was going to load. So if I want to play the game, I just tap on that. And let's see if it, just play your game. And so I can play my game, just, you know. So anyway, that's how you do that. And a lot of times people don't realize how much they use their phones, but it's just really, you know, it's the way the world is right now. And you can look at for your files. They got a file manager. You can see how much storage you've got. I've got 2 gigabytes of storage space on this thing. Actually, of a total space with 1.47 gigabytes available, because that took most everything off of this phone. But I did want to keep it for showing you how to do it. Anyway, you've got lots of different stuff. You got things that your camera, show you how to do the camera. There's a little camera icon, if you can see that right there, just to take the picture. So, okay, learn about one's finger zoom. Double tap and slide the zoom in and out on the camera. So you can move it around. So here I am taking pictures. If I move my screen around to take the picture, I just hit the little camera icon and it takes a picture. So you can take videos too. And you can change your settings on how the shutter sounds and all of that. It's really very basic, folks, on how to use these things. But I want you, please don't worry about if you're frustrated. Tell everybody that's why I have no hair. I'm sitting around a computer just like you going, how do I work this thing? It's just a matter of playing with it and knowing the general setup. It should help you out somewhat. Remember, we also have a service that the library subscribes to called Universal Class, where you can take over 500 classes in different subjects, including stuff with, you know, digital media, being aware of how things work like that. I'm just here to kind of break the ice with it all, help you get over your fears of using it, and if you please let me help you if you need any help with anything. I'm going to have some tips and tricks hopefully at the end of this. So anyway, but remember, next week and for the next 4 weeks actually, we're going to be doing Office. So stay tuned and thank you so much. The first tip I'm going to show you here is the Snip and Sketch. It is a form that you use for Windows 10 and later, and you really can only use it when you have a keyboard. And what you're going to do is with the Windows Go and the external keyboard, you press the Windows icon, Shift and S, and you're given the choice of making a rectangular screenshot, a freeform, a Windows, the whole window, or the full screen screenshot. So I'm going to do freeform by just simply drawing with my finger around here, and it's saved to the clipboard. So if I went and opened up a paint program or any kind of image software on my tablet, there's paint. So I'm going to use that. Open up paint, and then I hit paste, and there's my screenshot saved. So if you ever need to make a screenshot, that's one handy thing if you ever need to explain to a techie about stuff. So anyway, when working on a task, notifications can be a distraction. So if you go to your settings folder and you go to Focus Assist, you can turn off your notifications. So I go here to Focus Assist, and when you turn it off, you can focus it on where you're going to give all notifications that you can do priority only or do alarms only. On your smartphone, to save your eyes at night, you can adjust the brightness by going to your settings folder and then go into where it says display, and then when you tap on brightness, you reduce the brightness of your display to where it's going to save your eyes. You can also read it from a camera. Also on your smartphone in display, you can go to your font size and adjust the font size to be large or whatever is easier for you to read.